the No Fate channel. Checking in. Jonathan here, and the home gym world has given us plenty to talk about. In today's home gym weekend review, we've got new equipment, we've got brand moves, and we've got someone at Garage Gym Reviews that's no longer in the mix.
What's in the box?
Now, I'm not one to stir the pot and to cause trouble, but when someone becomes part of the identity of a YouTube channel and then all of a sudden does the Irish goodbye, you tend to have some questions. But Garage Gym Reviews losing a valuable member isn't the only thing we're going to talk about in today's video. At the end of today's video, I am going to talk about those two mistakes I made. The last week's home gym weekend review, yes, I screwed up. I'm not going to pretend it didn't happen. I'm going to come out, get it in front of it, and just clear the air. In a previous video, we talked about the signs that Coop from Garage Gym Reviews was ready to leave Pillar 4 behind.
Goodbye.
If you're not familiar, Pillar 4 bought out Garage Gym Reviews a number of years ago, and Coop has stayed on. I don't know the pay structure or the ownership structure, but he has been a part of Garage Gym Reviews. But they have expanded, bringing in a new cast of characters for their multitude of channels as well as their website. Now, for the longest time, Garage Gym Reviews has been trying to work in other faces, other individuals, other hosts on their videos. Unfortunately, as you might imagine, because Coop is so beloved and because he does such a fantastic job, most of those videos tend to fall very, very short of the numbers that Coop normally pulls. But for a number of years now, Lindsay from Garage Gym Reviews Everything has been a pretty big staple to the Garage Gym Reviews entity. She's been doing tons of videos. This whole channel is largely her in terms of being the face of the channel. Now, this thing hasn't really taken off. You can see some of the reviews are pretty small compared to the main channel, but they've still been plugging along, putting out a lot of content. Lindsay is also a contributor to the GarageGymReviews.com website. I think she's written a number of articles as well. And recently, she's just left.
I'll be right back.
But without any explanation, not that they owe us any, mind you, they have done away with Lindsay and they have brought in this gentleman. I apologize, Steven. They brought in Steven Sheenan. Cool name and awesome tattoo, by the way. Look at that crazy tattoo, right? So he's done the last 5 videos. This goes back 2 months now. So clearly they've done away with Lindsay. That doesn't mean that they parted on negative terms or bad terms. I don't know what her pay structure was like, if she even had ownership in the company, probably not. And for her, maybe she went on to do High Rocks full time. I'm sure she's moved on to a better position, and it was probably an amicable release in terms of her just finding an opportunity that paid more money that she couldn't say no to, or maybe she got ownership in her own channel or her own new business going down the road. She wasn't just someone they pulled off the street. She had a number of qualifications in CrossFit and nutrition and a whole bunch of other things that you need in the fitness world if you're going to be coaching or if you're going to be providing services to clients. So she clearly had the resume to take on a number of other jobs and probably get paid a lot more. It's not surprising that they didn't really fight too hard to keep her around, in large part because of how the Garage Gym Reviews Everything channel just probably hasn't taken off the way they've wanted to, at least compared to the main channel. So we've got Budget Gym Coop's channel. Now, based on the quality of the content, based on the editing, and based on the products, I'm guessing that this is owned in part by Pillar 4, or at least the Garage Gym Reviews entity that has all of those employees doing some fantastic work. But I think this is another sign that Coop is going to be leaving. Now, he did buy a massive compound with tons of acreages, and he's already started to build out a garage gym and like cold plunges and the whole amazing setup out there for his growing family, which is great. But if you go to his Instagram page as well, he's posting more and more and more on there. So I don't necessarily know how long he has with Garage Gym Reviews, or if it's like a tiered step down while they continue to try to bring a face in there that kind of resonates with people. If any of you know where Lindsay is headed to next in her career, her journey, comment down below. I thought she did a fantastic job on the videos that I saw her in. I thought she was a really cool personality on camera, but it's a shame that she had to leave, but I'm sure it's for greener pastures. Comment down below, what do you think happens when Coop finally, if ever, steps away from Garage Gym Reviews? Does that channel just cease to exist, or does it just take an absolute nosedive? Or are they gonna find a replacement in time that can fill like even half of Coop's shoes? No sooner do I stop recording on my GMWD V8 plate-loaded shoulder and chest press machine review than GMWD teases out version 8. They are just not pulling any punches. They fixed all of the issues that I had with the first one, and there weren't many issues, but the sleeves are now hard chrome. They're longer, both for the weight storage as well as the sleeves of the machine. On top of that, they actually made what I think is like a smaller footprint overall with the base design. It also looks more sturdy in terms of using this, what appears to be 3x3 construction, and these handles rotate a full 360. I love to see when a company just continues to make improvements. I think the version 7 was a great piece of equipment. If this is even slightly better than version 7, you're gonna have a winner, especially if they can keep that price point right around that $600 mark. It is time to clear the air. It's time to put right what once went wrong. And in the last Home Gym Week in Review, I screwed up twice. One was pretty egregious, and one was just my misinterpretation of things. So let's dive into it. If you remember correctly, because I know all of you have hit the subscribe button and watched closely, I talked about the PR4000 from Rep Fitness. Their customer service came back and said, as I stated, that the PR4000 was going away, that they had to make some tough decisions, and of course you can't sell everything. Eventually certain things have to be discontinued, and the PR4000 looked like it was on the chopping block. I have to admit, I did read the note from customer service incorrectly. Apparently, they're not doing away with the PR4000. From everyone I talked to over there, the higher ups, the people at the top of the top, they're still selling the PR4000. However, they are going from 7 different colorways down to black. And on top of that, if you go into the system, at least as of today, you can't order a PR4000 Athena, you can't order a PR4000 Aries. I don't know if those are ever gonna come back in stock, but I have to see the writing on the wall. That's just how it is. Usually, when a company goes from so many different color options and so much inventory down to almost nothing, it probably means that the PR4000 isn't long for this world. Now, should I have stated that as a fact? No, that's just an opinion, my opinion, allegedly, that that's what's gonna happen. Comment down below, do you think we're gonna see the PR4000 stick around for any length of time? Is the Aries and the Athena for the 4000 even going to be in stock ever? So while I shouldn't have stated that the PR4000 as a matter of fact is going away, it is in my opinion, allegedly, that it's not long for this world, that eventually they'll run out of inventory and they're just not going to reorder it from overseas, and that's it. And they're never going to restock the Athena and the Aries. Now, do I absolutely hope I'm dead wrong? Absolutely. If you find you're able to order an Aries or an Athena for the PR4000, comment down below. Check out my affiliate links, click on those, see if you can go through the ordering process. I tried. I couldn't. No matter what color I chose, no matter what size I chose, I just couldn't. I even used a VPN in order to look overseas, because they obviously Rep Fitness sells in the UK. Couldn't do it there either. And the biggest screw up from last week was an absolute dumb move by me. And that is when I posted the customer service response, I didn't realize that there was a person's name attached to it. Most customer service is like AI. It's like just an entity that exists. There's no human being behind it. And stupid me didn't remember that a member of their customer service team had actually sent that response and put their name attached to it. So when I put the photo up, I'll put it up right here, the person's name wasn't blanked out. Now, I would never try to dox someone or get them in trouble at their workplace And the old video I have since updated to blank out that person's name, and it's certainly not their fault whatsoever. I'm sure they were doing exactly what they've been told as far as providing that information and being as helpful as they can. And to Rep Fitness's credit, they actually have human beings at customer service, not just AI robots. While the mistake was accidental, not done on purpose, it's still my fault, and I have to own that.
You're fired.
And I feel horrible that I did that, and hopefully that person doesn't get into any type of trouble with Rep Fitness. I don't think they're that type of company that would do that. And hopefully that the people on the home gym Discord and garage gym community don't try to blow up that person's name because they didn't do anything wrong. In fact, it just shows you how great Rep Fitness's customer service is, that they actually have a human behind the responses. And the sponsor of today's video, Bob and Brad. If you don't know who those two people are, you better call somebody because they are awesome. They have a YouTube channel dedicated to helping people feel better as physical therapists that are legit. They're not quacks like I am. And they have had a company that sells massagers and other devices for almost as long. Now, unfortunately, Bob has passed away. He has done a ton in the community to make so many people feel better. He did have health issues, and I'm so sad to learn of his passing. But the company rolls on. I think his son is still working at the company, and I know Brad is there as well. And they put out some awesome massages. So why is this one better than the rest? Of course, if you already have a massager, that one's probably gonna do the trick. This thing does something that none other I've seen do. It actually has two things that are awesome. It's got red light therapy for those of you that like red light therapy. Now, all the research indicates that red light therapy is the real deal. It actually has results. So this has red light therapy built in. It's got this little so when you're actively massaging an area, you're giving it that red light therapy to even improve it that tenfold. But it's got something even better. Heat. That's right. This bad boy heats up. You can actually put heat directly into this area, the muscle, the joint that you're trying to kind of work in, whether that's to get tight muscles loose, whether it's to work out a knot, or to push fluid away from your joint and help it get back into your circulatory system. This thing delivers. I love it. And it gets pretty warm, especially when you put it directly against your skin. Big fan. It's got 4 settings on here, and it's powerful. Now, I know that's the first setting, all right? Pretty powerful just on the first setting alone. A lot of people will see these small ones and be like, oh, I'm buff, I'm big, I'm a massive Samoan frontline lineman. I need to have all of the energy. But look at this. This thing's that's almost too powerful. And the stall force, if you're not familiar, it's the amount of pressure you've got to push down to actually get this thing to stop working. It's up there, okay? It's up there. This thing is going to be plenty strong for your home use. I don't care if you are some crazy grayback gorilla. This thing is going to handle. And that heat feels really good. Now, red light is one of those things that some people think is snake oil. Do your own research. From all the stuff online, it actually has some legit positive stuff in terms of the actual clinical studies behind it. So I think that red light does work, but I don't think it's gonna make miracles happen. But that heat on here is great. Now, in terms of how it works, you just screw in the attachment. It comes with a whole bunch of other attachments as well as a carrying case. I think currently it's retailing for $95, and then there's a whole bunch of coupon codes off of Amazon. If you made it this far in the video, you're probably my mom. But at the very least, you and I are best friends.
Did we just become best friends? Yup!
Thanks for watching. Check out the links in the description. There's something down there for everyone. Gym equipment, energy drinks, pre-workout t-shirts, hats, and discounted toilet paper. It's never a one-way street. When you use those links, you let the bad guy know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation. Now, if you want more crazy, viral, home gym content, check out these videos. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.